A question from JEE Maths 2026. It includes the concept of ellipse and function. Question is, let x square upon f of a square plus 7a plus 3 plus y square upon f of 3a plus 50 equal to 1 represents an ellipse with major axis along y-axis where f is strictly decreasing positive function on R. If the set of all possible values of a is R minus closed interval alpha beta, then alpha square plus beta square is equal to, these are the options you have to select from. So let us see how to solve this question. Our equation of the ellipse is x square upon f of a square plus 7a plus 3 plus y square upon f of 3a plus 15 equal to 1. Now at the it is on the major axis, on the y-axis, so ellipse will be of this kind. Okay, so when the ellipse major axis is on y-axis, in that case y square by a square plus x square by b square equal to 1, where a is greater than b, and coefficient under the y square will be a square, which will be greater than the coefficient under the x square, that is b. Okay, this concept you already know for the ellipse whose major axis lies on the y-axis. Okay, so we can write this equation as like this: y square upon f of 3a plus 15 plus x square upon f of a square plus 7a plus 3 is equal to 1, where major axis is along the y square, so that coefficient will be greater than, that is f of 3a plus 15 will be greater than f of a square plus 7a plus 3. Now comes the concept of strictly decreasing positive function. Why it is saying like that, the strictly decreasing positive function? Because here this is nothing but some type of a square, so it must be positive. This also something of b square, which must be positive. So positive function is this, and strictly decreasing means its domain will be, as the domain will consecutively increasing, then its range will be consecutively decreasing. Okay, so in this way this inequality will imply that 3a plus 15 is less than a square plus 7a plus 3. Why? Because strictly decreasing function. In that case, the moment your domain is consecutively increasing, then its range will be consecutively decreasing. So here f of 3a plus 15 is greater than f of a square plus 7a plus 3. Therefore, 3a plus 15 will be less than a square plus 7a plus 3. This is the only reason behind strictly decreasing function. Now we will solve this inequality. So it will give you that 0, everything will come to the right side. So a square, 7a minus 3a is 4a, and 3 minus 15 is minus 12. So this is giving you that a square plus 4a minus 12 is greater than 0. So if you will factorize it, so what you will get? A minus 2a and a plus 6, sorry, This will not be there. A minus 2. So a minus 2 and a plus 6 will be the factors. Okay. So this is positive when you just write it. This is your 2. This will be somewhere 6 minus 6. So if you take any values between these points, suppose 1. So 1 minus 2 is minus 1. Minus 1 and 1 plus 6 is 7. So my negative. It is giving you a negative value. If you take minus 3. So minus 3 minus 2 is minus 5, and minus 3 plus 6 is 3. So again it is giving a negative value. So this entire range is giving you a negative value. So this expression is positive if and only if we are away from these points. Means greater than 2. If you take 3, 3 minus 2 is positive, 3 plus 6 is positive. If you minus 7, so minus 7 minus 2 is minus 9, and minus 7 plus 6 is minus 1. So again it will give you a positive value. So this expression is becoming positive for a lying between minus infinity to minus 6 union 2 to infinity. And this is nothing but a belongs to r minus closed interval of 6 and closed with minus 2. Sorry, plus 2. This is 2. Now, why closed interval? Because 2 is also not included. The moment we include 2, it will become 0. So, strictly decreasing function will not applied. Strictly decreasing means greater than 0. Equal to sign is not there. Okay, because there is no equal to sign in strictly decreasing function. For that reason, we are removing minus 6, the corner points, and 2 also the corner points. So if we will compare this with r minus alpha and beta, then you will get that alpha is minus 6, beta is 2. So alpha square plus beta square is minus 6 square plus 2 square, that is 36, plus 4, that is 40. Which option is this? 40. D. Option D is correct. So we will write option D is correct. Thank you.